Me?
Yeah.
I don't see how. My surgery will be Friday, and then I'll be in rehab for maybe about 2 weeks.
But we'll send you lots of love.
Yeah. Rabbi at Anshe Sfard, they're going to send me a mitzvah meal.
Yay. That's
So
good.
that'll be nice. It's always nice to get a nice kosher meal. They're going to send me stuffed cabbage and very nice of them.
Enjoy.
Good.
And of course, they're going to keep me in Mishaberach.
Yes, as we will too.
Thank you. I need that so much. I'm counting on it.
Yes. Well, I'm counting on it for me too, for all of us.
Yeah, for all of us. Right. You got that right. How have
Erev
you all
Tov.
been? I've missed you all.
It's been a really nice week. Actually, Rabbi Deborah did both of the services so far this week. They were really
Oh, wow.
very beautiful services. So it's been really special.
Lovely.
We missed you.
I missed you guys too. You're my family,
Thank
my
you. Likewise.
spiritual family. Yeah.
Shalom, Joanne and Joanne's puppy.
Shalom, Rabbi. Shalom, everyone.
I love.
Shalom, Joanne. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's wonderful to meet you.
What's your puppy's
Thank
name?
you.
This is Annie.
Annie.
Here she is.
Erev Tov, Annie.
Oh, she looks like an Annie.
Yeah, she's Annie. Yeah.
Annie Cabani.
She loves the singing. The minute the singing starts, she hops on my lap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Erev Tov Sapora. Hi, it's nice to see you here. As well as Sue Bowers in Florida. Shalom. I hear you guys are having lots of storms.
oh yeah, we're floating in.
Yeah.
She's in Florida. Do you hear that, Joy?
Yeah.
Storms.
And Rudolph
Joy
is
is here too.
Shalom,
Hi.
boy. And Rudolph.
Erev Tov.
Shalom.
Hey, Rabbi Elias.
Hello.
Joy has a ukulele with her. She's learning how to play.
Oh,
Well,
isn't
you
that
can play along.
neat?
I have mine with me too. We can play
Yeah.
together.
He has this with him, Joy.
I know, I don't even know one note.
And Kevin's iPhone is here. Shalom, welcome. And of course, we have Al Clemens driving from Chicago. Erev Tov, Al.
Shalom.
Shalom.
How
Okay.
is your wife feeling? Al, how is your wife feeling?
How's Tracy doing, Al?
She went to occupational health the other day, and they're not going to let her return to work yet.
They're not going to let her return to work yet?
No,
Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
she's. I think she's got some cognitive issues yet too. You know, she's kind of
Oh,
has a problem putting two and two together sometimes. But
yeah.
Yeah, concussions are very serious. It takes a long time to feel the same afterwards. So,
We'll pray for her, Al.
wishing her lots of health and well-being. Yeah.
Toda Rabah.
So, and shalom to Sharon Jaffe on the YouTube. Welcome, Sharon. And to our two viewers on Facebook, shalom to both of you. I think it's time to get it started. So let me pull up the screen here. Tony. And Marvin Gruber's here. Okay, now the party has started that Marvin Gruber's
All
here.
right. Hi, Marvin.
Hello.
Hello, Marvin. And Tony. Shalom, Tony. Welcome. So, let me see if we have this.
Excuse me.
Okay. You all can see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we can start with some music. Welcome, everyone. Shalom kulam. Erev tov. Welcome to Sim Shalom Online Zoommergation. My name is Rabbi Elias Wang. Tonight we're going to do some davening. We're going to appreciate how beautiful life is and exactly where we are. As complicated as life is exactly as it's supposed to be in God's infinite wisdom. And we're going to pray for healing. We're going to pray for joy. We're going to pray for each other. And it's going to be a beautiful Ma'ariv. Start with a little Hine Matov. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. V'hu rachum yechaper avon v'lo yashchit, v'hirba yachshiv apo v'lo ya'ir kol chamato. Adonai Hoshiach HaMelech yanenu v'yom korenu. And it's the Baruch Hu. Time to let us know. Sue Bowers, did you want to give us your version of this?
Okay. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Beautiful. I hear your ancestors very proud of you and your voice there.
Thank you.
Blessed is the Eternal, the Holy One, the Holy Presence, the Blessed One, now and forever. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro hamariv aravim. Thank you, Adonai, for putting us on this planet exactly where we're meant to be. As day becomes night and night becomes day, we embrace you fully. Baruch atah Adonai hamariv aravim. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shoch beinu v'kumeinu, v'nisneach b'chukecha, v'nismach v'divrei Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem nagei yamam v'layla, ve'ahavatacha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Marvin Gruber, you're really good at this. Would you like to read the English on the right, the translation?
Love has embraced us always in wilderness and promised land, in good times and in bad. Night and day, your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah night and day in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love.
Amen. Said like a true mathematician, which I don't know what that means, but you are a true mathematician and you said it, so there it is. Welcome, Dana. Shabbat Shalom, not Shabbat Shalom, Erev Tov. I was writing my Shabbat device.
Erev Tov.
I was thinking about Shabbat. So we continue now. If you would like to read responsively with me in the English on the right, you are welcome. In the stories of our past,
You are revealed.
the laws you gave us at Mount Sinai,
You are revealed.
You are revealed.
questions that we ask and in the answers that we might find,
You are
You are revealed.
the light that burns off fog and in the darkness that swallows grief,
You are
revealed.
revealed.
questing in my doubts and my fears and in the joy of dreams come true.
You are revealed.
You are revealed.
All the blessings that surround us, those seen and unseen.
You are revealed.
You are revealed.
Blessed are you for opening our senses to all your revelations.
You are revealed.
You are revealed. And you live in the glow of the heart. You live in the pain and the joy of life. You live when we choose life and blessing. You live in the still, small voice of conscience. You live in our unending search for truth. You live in our breath when we unite and call you one. And together we can say at the bottom of the page, Baruch
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 atah
atah
Adonai,
Adonai
Ev
Ohel
Olam
Yisrael.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. It's like a parent with unconditional love for their children. Every single time that child messes up, they look for their parent for approval in their parent. Are you still loving me? Am I still acceptable to you? We remind ourselves every day, yes, we are still loved. We are still whole. We are still part of the one. Speaking of part of the one, welcome Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you. I just saw the message. I'm sorry.
No, so for everyone who doesn't know, Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman is in Japan, in northern Japan, where it is already tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So thank you for being here to Ma'ariv with us for
I'm
yesterday.
delighted.
Hi, Rabbi Sherry.
Bye.
So let me see. Do I have a volunteer who would like to read the Shema today? Anyone feeling particularly loud and proud about their Jewishness? Yes, Ellen Friedman.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Yevod Malchuso, Leolam Voed.
Amen. Everyone give Ellen a big hug. Welcome back, Ellen Friedman.
Thank you.
It was very special. Thank you for doing that. Rabbi Sherry, would you like to do the Via Hafta for us?
Yes, I'd be delighted.
Thank you.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Thank you, Rabbi. And Ellen Rose, can you conclude for us?
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Amen. Thank you, Ellen. Big hugs to both of you, Ellen Rose and Rabbi Sherry. Continue with Micha Mocha. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha Neder Ba'kodesh. Nohora Tehilot Osefele. For the Hashkivenu, a prayer for protection. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, ufrosh aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'tiknenu be'aretz tova mifalenecha, והשווינו למען שמך, ופרוש עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. Lay us down, Adonai, our God, in peace, and raise us up, our King, to life. Spread over us the protection of your peace, a Sukkot Shalom, and give us good counsel before you, and save us for the sake of your name. Before we continue, I'd like to say hello to our friends on Facebook. Shalom to the two of you there, and shalom to Sharon Jaffe and a couple other people on the Zoom. On the YouTube. Welcome to both of you. Baruch atah Adonai shomer amo Yisrael la'ad. And this, of course, is from the Siddur read by Deborah Mackenzie. With all the things that bombard us on a daily basis, it can be so difficult to remember the things that we are grateful for in ourselves, in each other, in the world as a whole. And so as we enter into this holy space together, we take a moment to breathe, to smile, to be present in our own journey, and to acknowledge all of the loving kindness that has enveloped us today and all days. And so after we do the prayer in Hebrew, I'm going to ask everyone here on the Zoom to unmute and say at least one thing that you'd like to express gratitude for today. And of course, I will be happy to read the comments on Facebook and on YouTube as well. Modim anachnu lach she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu le'olam va'ed. We proclaim that you are Adonai our God and the God of our ancestors throughout all of time. V'chol ha'chaim yedu lach selah. Ha'el yishatenu ve'ezratenu. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shmicha ulecha ne'eh lehodot. For all these goodnesses and blessings, we shall ever praise and exalt you. May every living creature thank you and praise you faithfully, God of our deliverance and of our help. Praised are you, Adonai, the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. So I'm going to stop the share right there, and we can go around and talk about exactly what it is that brings us to gratitude today. Rabbi Sherry, would you like to start?
Sure. I'm going to say something very Japanese and say that I'm grateful for being insanely busy. I also am absolutely tingling because my first blood relative, my nephew, will be here tomorrow night. And I'm so excited. And then they're going to travel around this area. We're going to go back to Tokyo together. So because I have a conference, so I'm really excited.
That is wonderful. Wow. Lots of nachas there. It's good to be busy. It's good to be surrounded by love and by family. That's wonderful. Okay, Marvin Gruber.
Good health and that my brother is improving.
Good. We're all been praying for the health of Howard. His name is Howard, right? Howard Gruber? Yes. I'm so happy to hear that. And for your good health too, Marvin. Your cats depend on you.
That's right.
As do we. Susan Bowers.
Well, last Thursday, I had the privilege of attending a special service that was interdenominational, and it was in view of the Gay Pride Month. And my brick and mortar rabbi was involved, and different people from various churches. As a matter of fact, the church that they had it at is a combination of a Baptist organization and a Presbyterian. They all got together because they wanted to create a safe place, and they do. And of course we had some from the UU all over, and it was very welcoming, and it was a wonderful service, very served, you know. I'm amazed at, you know, how many, and they are coming together to really work toward creating space places along with their young people. They've got a pretty good, viable young group of young people that they are really working with and making sure that they are safe, both in school and wherever they go. So I thought, wow, Polk County, guys.
Wonderful.
We're no longer the Bible Belt. Well, in a way we are, but we're working at it. Whoa.
Good news.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also special when Jews and Christians come together over things
Yeah.
that we have in common like that. So that's very wonderful.
Yeah.
And the thing they had in common was GLBTQ plus.
Right?
Right. I mean, can you believe that? Wow.
Yeah.
A Baptist, no less. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you,
Right.
Sue.
They even said, a Baptist and a Presbyterian, can they do that? Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can go. Bye. Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Toby.
I'm thankful for my husband, for a great therapist I've had for years, and my Sim Shalom family that has welcomed me with open arms, and I really appreciate all of you.
Makes my heart feel very warm. Thank you, Toby. You're very special to us too. To me, you're watching your journey here over the last year has been just amazing to see. And it's clear that you're surrounded by lots of love, both here and in your in-person life.
Right.
That's
Thank
really
you.
good. Thank you for sharing that. Let me see who else is unmuted. Ellen Rose.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for this day and all who are in it, and that I got my hearing aids calibrated.
Hey. Maybe you can convince my Granny Franny. She won't get hers. She says
it
it's
makes
good
such
to be a
a
little bit deaf.
difference.
She doesn't like hearing everything we have to say. So
Oh,
yeah. Well, good. I'm so happy for you. That's wonderful. Ellen Friedman.
Oh, yes. I am so grateful for some shalom. I am so grateful to be back home with you. You have no idea how much I've missed all of you. I'm grateful for my dear friend Ashley and her husband David and their two beautiful children, and my nephew Drew and his beautiful wife, who I saw in Florida, who took great care of me. And now I'm getting ready for my surgery, and I'm coming to Temple for prayer. So thank you. I'm so grateful to all of you.
We're grateful for you too, Ellen. And we've been thinking about you. Your name has been mentioned every day during the prayer for healing. And
thank you.
It's very, very special that you're back. So thank you. Joanne.
I'm grateful, first of all, for the last 2 nights with Rabbi Devorah. She is so inspirational. I can't even put into words how she makes me feel. I'm very grateful to you, Rabbi Elias, because you are the one, the first night I tuned in, and you are the one where you said, hello, Joanne, we're so glad to have you here. I just felt such a connection, and I don't think I've missed a night since. And I always wanted to tell you that. And I'm also very grateful, of course, for my family, my friends, and for the rain that's falling now that's nourishing the earth.
Wow. So the earth is being nourished with rain, and we're being nourished with prayer and with the community we've built here. And you're a big part of it. You know, you bring with your gratitude, which you've expressed several times, you have such a way of expressing yourself with such articulate passion. And it really feels good to know that our community is growing and you're a part of it now. It makes me feel very good.
Likewise. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to read in the chat. Sapora writes that she is grateful for Sim Shalom and her mental and physical and spiritual health. Amen, Sapora. We're grateful for you too, and for all of the things that make your life so healthy. Amen. Dana, would you like to? Oh, I think Dana might be asleep. Oh, well, when you wake up, Dana, anytime you want, you're welcome to express your gratitude. Let me just mute you for a second. That's very cute. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Sweet.
Oh, no.
Tony, welcome. Would you like to talk about?
Thank you, Rabbi. I am. I am extremely thankful, full of gratitude that I found y'all, awesome people. And I'm also grateful for my wife and my daughter, and I had a great day at work today, and I get to spend this time with y'all. So thank you.
Wonderful. That's really wonderful. Welcome. I'm glad that you're with your family, that you had a good day at work, and that you're here now. And I hope to see you again. This is very nice that you're here. Welcome.
Thank you, Rabbi. I'm glad I'm here.
And Rudolph.
Yeah, so I'm also very grateful for being able to attend the Ma'arif service and for being able to be here, and for my wife, with whom I had a very good time today.
Wow. It's so nice to hear about all of the loving partnerships that everyone here, a lot of us here have. And, you know, it's really special when you find that beshert, when you find that person who brings you so much connection and joy in life, and that you bring it to us in this community. It feels like we're a part of it too. So thank you to Toby and to Tony and to Rudolph for expressing that today. It's very special. And Al Clemens, speaking of beshert, this is a man who loves his wife and who is, so welcome, Al. Would you like to talk about your gratitude?
Well, I am grateful for the princess, as she is. She says she's a goddess now. So, but I am grateful for the wonderful weather we've had the last 3 days. Sorry, Sue. I'll send some to you. I'm grateful for the spiritual community. And I'm very glad to see Ellen back and wish you well. Thank you.
I'm glad too that Ellen's back. What a generous spirit you have, Al. Al has an excellent memory, and he keeps track. He keeps tabs on people. He's the type who will make sure he's the first to ask, "Where's Ellen?" or "Where's Sephora?" or "Where's so and so?" He's, you know, you can sense that sense of community that in Sim Shalom through Al's voice oftentimes. So I'm grateful.
Put a billboard up. Where's Brady?
Yes, where's Brady? Well, you know,
I was just gonna say that. Where's Brady?
You know, Brady I think is 13 years old or 14 years old. He has a lot going on. He has school, maybe he's in camp, you know. Kids should be kids. They shouldn't necessarily have to show up. I'm not a stickler for that. Brady will be back when Brady is back. And let me check on the chat here. Sharon Jaffe says she's grateful for me. Thank you, Sharon. I'm grateful for you as well. It's very, very wonderful that you're here, and I love that you contribute and that you come any way you can, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook or on Zoom. You know, you bring so much of yourself, and you were so welcoming to me when I first started coming here, and that really makes me feel good because I'm a relative newbie, and some of these people who we're talking to in this room, some today is their first day. Some of you have been here for years and years and years. So the fact that we can all be together as equals and as loving people, all here for the same reason, is very, very special. So thank you, Sharon.
Well, you know, Rabbi, I really appreciate the fact, you know, when you first came on, you talked about how you really didn't sing very well. But over the course of time, I can tell you probably have really been working at it because your voice is fantastic.
Thank you, Sue. I have.
Yeah, I mean, we're all growing. Yes,
Yes,
you know, you're getting
I'm
there.
learning the ukulele. I'm learning my voice. My real practice is every day I come to Ma'ariv, and if I'm on mute, I am singing. I am trying to match Rabbi Shush. I'm trying to match Rabbi Deborah. I cannot match Rabbi Blaine. Those notes are just he's a cantor and a cantor. You know, I wish I could sound like him, but sometimes I try.
Well,
thank you for the encouragement, Sue, and for noticing.
Yeah, y'all are doing great.
Rabbi, you have other charms.
I have other charms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't sing as perfect as Rabbi Blaine.
You know, I got to make up for it somehow. So
that's right.
Thank
you more than make up for it. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
We all have our own strengths.
Absolutely, and I consider myself an eternal student. I'm not comfortable unless I'm learning something.
Absolutely.
So it's been great to be learning with all of you. So let us continue in that spirit with the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba B'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Bangala, Bangala, Uvizman Kariv, Vimeru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'ala Mulal Me'al Maya, Yitbarach. Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitpa'ar, Vitroman, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemeda Kudsha, Brichu, Leila Minko Birchata, Vishirata, Tushbechata, Vnechemata, Damiran Bialma, Vimeru, Amen. And we have reached the Amidah, where we stand in the footsteps of our ancestors. We acknowledge that we're exactly where we're meant to be on this planet, and we all sing, and we're grateful for the beautiful continuity that we're part of. Please join me. Let the strength of this community and the strength of our ancestors give us the strength to search for our path back to the Blessed One. Adonai Sephatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol v'Zocher Hasdei Avot v'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei v'Nehem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Uzer Moshiach Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh Kol Atah Rav Lehoshiach Morid HaTal Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechayeh Hakom Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Givurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lechayot metim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol, or HaMetim for Ellen and Tinoki and all the other cats who might like HaMetim better. Please continue the Amidah silently on your own for a few seconds. Now it is time for the Torah service. We are very lucky tonight that Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman is coming with us on this journey because she's going to do some laning for us. And so I put the slides in, Rabbi. Let me just double check. Are you ready for that? I didn't even.
Sort of, with your indulgence.
Absolutely. Everyone. It's all, take your time. And I put each line separately, so it should be very quick.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and look at what I have, which is easier for me to see.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
1 second.
So, in order to do the Torah service, first we need to take out the Torah from this giant, amazing ark that exists in your imagination and mine, so we can imagine this beautiful, gilded... Hold on, I have a picture of what it describes in the Torah itself. Maybe it looks like that, maybe it looks like that's what our imagination was originally, but whatever is the most sacred object you can imagine opening up and revealing to us the words of our ancestors coming to us with, like, hitting us with winds like a breath of eternity. Who can open the ark for us this evening? Rudolph in Germany in the library. Would you like to open the ark? Yes, thank you. The ark is open. And now I would like Ellen Rose. Can you hold up the Torah for us? There it is. Okay. And now, as everyone is looking at the Torah that Ellen's holding up, we can hear these words. ויהי בנשוא אהרון, ויאמר משה, קומה אדוני, ויפוצו אויביך, וינוסו מפניך, כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים. And we continue now. Okay, Ellen, would you put it down on the bima for us? It looks kind of like that. Thank you, Ellen Rose. Thank you, Rudolph. And now, Rabbi Sherry, you want to go back and forth with me?
Sure.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Baruchu et Adonai
Oh no, we're not there yet. We're doing the Shema.
I'm sorry, the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
And now we repeat. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadlu l'Adonai iti, umeromema shemo yachdav. And now we take it around the synagogue. Ellen Rose, I'd like you to pick that Torah up and hold it above, or you can place it on your shoulder if you like, and walk around this whole earth that we have. And the earth is our synagogue today. And we're going to kiss the Torah, and we're going to feel that intimacy. Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagverura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki ho b'shamayim uvaretz ki ho b'shamayim uvaretz lechol Adonai lemamlecha v'hamitnaseh lechol lerosh romemu Adonai Eloheinu Eishtachavu ve'ishtachavu ve'lo ve'hamika. And we're back on the bima. Thank you, Ellen Rose. I hope everyone got a chance to hug and kiss the Torah. And we're going to start now to read this Torah. It is a very special parsha. It's Parshat Korach. I'm not going to do a Devar Torah today. I'm going to do mine on Friday. But we have a special guest appearance from Rabbi Sherry, who's going to lane the first 3 lines of the parsha for us. Right. So whenever you're ready, Rabbi.
So you don't want to do the bracha? I'll just
let's do the bracha.
Okay. Baruch et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayikach Korach ben Yitzhak ben Kahat ben Levi, Vidatan va'aviram b'nei Elihav, ve'on ben Pele b'nei Reuven, ויקומו לפני משה ואנשים מבני ישראל 50 ו200 נשיאי עד העדה כרועה מועד אנשי שם ויקחלו על משה ועל אהרון ויאמרו עליהם רב לכם כי כל הדת כולם קדושים וכבודם אדוני ומדוע תנסו על קהל אדוני
That was great. You did that.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yay. That was wonderful. That was very, very wonderful. Thank you, Rabbi Sherry.
So when you're at a synagogue less welcoming and fantastic than where we are now, the Yasher Koach is for the person who comes up for the Aliyah. So the person who is being punked, who doesn't have any vowels, doesn't have any trope, is looking at a scroll and doing all the sweating, is just in absolute service. And the person that comes up and does the prayer with the transliteration or whatever, that's the person who generally gets the Yasher Koach. But instead, in this synagogue, we have it where it's very nice that you recognize the people doing the sweating. And
in the synagogue that on Shabbat I go to, I live stream if we can know, and they do the Yasher Koach or Yasher Koach, whoever is reading it, they do say it.
They do it for them. Oh, that's fabulous.
Yes,
yes. When I'm in New York, you must take me to that synagogue.
Absolutely. Anytime, please.
I grew up in synagogues where, like Rabbi Sherry, it was only for the person doing the Aliyah, the person doing the brachot. Yeah. But I've noticed even now, the Chabad that I go to on Saturdays, they'll do Yasher Koach all the time for anyone up there doing whatever they want. And oftentimes it's the same person with the Aliyah and reading the Torah.
True. So, well, right now it was. That's what I did.
And we do it very abridged, of course, and we don't do it necessarily on the schedule that is, for the correct Aliyah for the correct day. We're very flexible here, and we like to encourage everyone to do what they can. And we do things very abridged because we like to have things manageable for people.
It is Thursday morning in Japan, and that is the Aliyah for Thursday mornings.
There you go. You see? Somewhere on the planet it's on schedule, so that works very well. Thank you, Rabbi Sherry, for reminding me of that.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's do a little Oseh Shalom to conclude our Torah service. Well, we're not done with the Torah service quite yet. Actually, before Oseh Shalom, let's do a prayer for healing, because Oseh Shalom goes really well after that. So right now, we're going to send all of this love, all of this joy, all of this energy we're feeling in this Kehila, in this room of community together, and we're going to spread it out into the whole world to everyone who might need healing of body, healing of mind, healing of spirit, and we're going to say their names, and together we're going to wish all of the good energy that Hashem has for us unto those people. I invite everyone here in Zoom to unmute. As I say, if you want to unmute now, I'll call on you and you can say the names of those you're thinking of, or if you'd like me to read it, I'm happy to do so if you write it in the chat. Same goes for you guys on YouTube and on Facebook. So I'd like to send my healing energy, my thoughts to Ellen Friedman. Many best wishes for your surgery this Friday. We're all going to be thinking about you, and we pray that it goes very well, very easy, and your recovery is quick in the rehab. I'd also sending my healing energy to my Granny Franny, who's getting ready for her surgery next month. Likewise, I hope it's very easy and very quick. Sending my healing energy out to all those who need it. I'm feeling very like Ellen Rose today. For everyone suffering everywhere, I feel my heart feels for them. Speaking of Ellen Rose, would you like to go next?
Thank you. Thank you. All those who are suffering physically, emotionally, and spiritually around the world. All Sim Shalomers who are in need of refuah shlema, especially Ellen Friedman for her surgery on Friday. Here's my other list. This list seems to get longer every day. Bill Ben Ann, Richard Ben Sylvia, Bill Ben B, Marlene Batchaya, Jenny Batwana, Perry Ben Betty, Clinton Ben Jeannie, Gil Ben Clara, Alexandra Bat Aurora, Esperanza Jose, Rivka Bat Sevilla, B Bat Etta, Marsha Bat Susanna, Hendar Tracy, and Granny Franny.
Healing out to all those you've named. Sue Bowers, I see you're unmuted.
Okay. I have my mother-in-law, Dorothy, my cousin, Marlene, Bill, my friend, Robert, Jean, David.
Thank you, Sue. I'd like to add Tucson Jim and Bob Muncie, two of our congregants who are going through some not troubles, but recovering from troubles at the moment, and sending out my love and healing to them. In the chat, we have written from Toby to Al and Tracy, to my Granny Franny, thank you, Toby, to Ellen Friedman, Sephora, Brady's dad, and all seem shalom. Joanne writes Granny Franny, as well as Toby writes Andy in Georgia as she recovers from lymphedema and is learning to walk again. Lots of love to Andy in Georgia. We love you, Andy. Sephora writes to Granny Franny, to all who suffer PTSD, those injured in the Israeli gas station terror attack this week, and the folks trapped in the submarine near the Titanic. Indeed. Thank you, Sephora. From Rudolph to Erica, Ellen D., and all other cancer patients. From iPhone Joanne, from Joanne to Ellen Friedman, the Adore family, David and John Hall, and to Peggy. Now we continue in person. Rabbi Sherry.
Yes, certainly, Ellen Friedman, we're praying for you that everything is smooth and uneventful. Uneventful is a good word in the medical community. And I'm also praying for Granny Franny and my friend Marsha's brother Neil, Nachum Ben Suri, who had some exploratory surgery that the results of which were much, much better than anticipated. So we're very, very grateful for that. And I'm hoping the same will be true with our friend Joby Alvarez, who's been going through quite a bit and in a place where it's hard to get a chemo appointment, I'm embarrassed to say, about our town of Kona. And also, I'd like to mention Rabbi Allison's daughter, Jennifer Mary Cooper, who is still battling cancer. I always think of her at this time. And lastly, a friend from my congregation in Tokyo, Rachel Batsusi, sorry.
Thank you, Rabbi Sherry. Sue Bowers.
Oh, you already got me.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I should make.
No, it's okay. I was confused. Let me see who else. Al, would you like to name your list?
Oh, thank you. My wife Tracy, Ellen Friedman, Granny Franny, Brady's father, Fiona and Tom, Rabbi Galit, Toby, Sephora, my friend Jeff Anderson, my friend Jeff Gooderson, Tucson Jim, Bob in Colorado, my coworker Chris's mother, and Friday there was a really bad crash on 94. There was two young kids, gentleman and a young lady, 19 and 20, crashed into the rear of a semi truck, and I was thinking of their fathers, what they had to go through on Father's Day. So sending some prayers their way. But they, the 19-year-old did pass away. So thank you.
Thank you, Al. Thank you for noticing all of the refuah shlema that's needed even among people that you just pass on the highway. It brings that humanity to us, and we pray for them too, even though we weren't there to see it. Thank you. Let me see. Joanne adds Mandy Small for refuah shlema. Thank you, Joanne. On YouTube, we have Sharon Jaffe praying for Ellen Friedman, Granny Franny, Georgette, the Schoen family, all who need any type of healing in the world, as well as Tucson Jim. Thank you, Sharon, for sharing that, and we're going to send all of our love and healing energy out to those. Is there anyone else who'd like to share before we do the Mishaberach? Yes, Rabbi.
Rabbi, I was wondering if you would allow me to sing the Alan Friedman Mishaberach. It's one of my favorite.
The Ellen Friedman. Yeah, I would love that. You mean the Debbie Friedman, I assume.
I'm not sorry. Yeah.
Unless Ellen Friedman is
now I've conflated the names. Sorry, the Debbie Friedman.
I was going to ask you. I would absolutely love that. So we're now going to pray for healing. Rabbi Sherry, whenever you're ready.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
That was very beautiful. It was very moving, Rabbi. Debbie would be very proud.
Thank you. Debbie is so much better, but thank you.
No, you have your own way. I love the way you sing. You have a very deep voice, a very powerful voice. It sounds Mahar Sinai, as they would say. It sounds
It's beautiful, Rabbi. Sure.
That you gave me chicken skin, Rabbi Elias. That was the nicest compliment ever.
Kosher chicken skin.
Rabbi
Kosher
Sherry,
chicken
that
skin.
was really touching.
Yes, it was beautiful.
Thank you.
So we're going to send all of that energy that came out of Rabbi Sherry's beautiful rendition of the Mishaberach out into the world, and may it touch the hearts and the bodies and the souls of all who are suffering in any way, especially those we've named tonight, the loved ones that we have. Healing is such a powerful thing, and the intention we set tonight is very, very important. So thank you all for participating in the prayer for healing tonight. Continue now to conclude our service with the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה עד ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, וחיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יחיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. And now, including in our Mortar's Kaddish, the young person, the 19-year-old who passed away on the 94 last week, or earlier this week, as Al said, we're going to mention anyone who has visited us recently in spirit. If we're in mourning or observing a yard site, this is the time to remember their names and to say them out loud. As Rabbi Sherry, can I invite you to?
Yes. So my other brothers do the brother who passed away's yard site on the Western Day, which was just this week. The first yard site for my brother Alan Stephen Berman, Avraham Shmuel Ben Etef Yitzhak, and I'm remembering him. And apparently the Red Sox have been remembering him too, because he didn't get medical attention. Had to watch the next Red Sox game, but apparently they remembered him on Father's Day, and they won. I have to apologize to people like Ellen Rose. They won against the Yankees, but.
Quite all right. You have to go with what you have.
Whenever you're ready, Rabbi, would you please
Yes.
lead us in the morning's
Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shmeo Rabba Bialma divrach Ute v'yamlich malchute v'chayachonu v'yomechon v'chaye dekol Israel ba'agala b'zman kariv v'imu amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam u'lo me'omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitboar v'yitoma v'yitnaseh
Vitas, Vitalel, Shmei, Vidisha, beautiful.
Ve'ela min
Ve'ela
kol
min kol
berachata
berachata,
v'shirata
Tush
tushbechata
Vakata,
v'nekavata
V'nekavata,
Jamiran
Jamiran
Melma
Melma,
Amen.
V'imru, Amen.
Yehi
Yehi
Shlama
Shlama
Rava
Rava,
Min
Min
Shemaya
Shemaya,
V'chayim
Yahim
Aleinu
Aleinu
V'al
V'yal Kol
Kol
Israel,
Yisrael Amen.
Amen.
Osei
Oh,
Shalom
say Shalom in
b'moma
your mouth.
Uyasei
Oh,
Shalom
yes, say Shalom.
Aleinu V'al
Aleinu
Kol
V'yal
Yoshvei
Kol
Tevel
Israel,
V'imru Amen.
V'imru, Amen.
Amen. Thank you, everyone, for joining this Ma'ariv tonight. This was a very beautiful service. Especially welcome to Tony. I think this is the first of, at least of my services you've been to, so it's really special that you came. Thank you for that. I hope you come back. We have a much bigger crowd on Fridays, and Rabbi Steve is a very talented cantor, so you're very welcome to come.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Of course. Anyone want to share some positive news, something really special that happened to them today that they'd like to talk about? Let me see. How are your cats doing,
Practice they
Marvin?
woke up for this service.
That's true. Your day is just beginning, Rabbi Sherry. Marvin, are you,
Have a good day, Rabbi.
bye, Ellen. I know Ellen
Bye.
has to go. Ellen has a class at
I have a class. Thank you.
Yes. Erev Tov, Ellen.
Erev Tov, Sarayim Tov, Boker
Tzarayim
Tov.
Tovim. Oh, too bad Ellen left. Ellen asked me last week if I would do a Pride Shabbat or a Pride service, and I thought about it, and I actually decided not to, because I thought this, we have a lot of LGBTQ rabbis, we have a lot of LGBTQ congregants, and really we don't have just one time where we talk about everyone's humanity. We talk about everyone's humanity all year long, and
every week is LGBTQ Pride Week,
right? So
right.
There's this is a week where this is a time when the secular world is having their moment to do that, and Sim Shalom is a little bit different. We do things on our own schedule, and we praise people individually, and we talk about, and there's a lot I've noted. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've been going to gay pride parades since I was very young. For me, it's easy for me to feel liberation in that environment because I understand where it's coming from. I'm gay myself. It's just it's a language that I speak and that I understand. But I also know I have loved ones of mine. I have other people who for whom it is very foreign, and it can be very off-putting, and it can also come across in a way that is not really how it's meant to. And there's a lot of miscommunication these days with regards to what, even within the LGBTQ community, about what should be at a pride parade and what shouldn't. So rather than get into that mess, I figured, why don't we just keep doing what we're doing, and make everyone feel welcome and make sure that everyone feels loved. That's where I landed on it. Yeah. I wish I said that before I left.
I was supposed to go to a pride event this Sunday, and because my nephew's visiting, I decided not to go, not because he wouldn't be open to it, but because I read about it online, and I live in a country where it's not accepted. I'm legally married in the U.S., but here I never know what to put on a form, and I looked into the event, and they're very concerned about the privacy of the people participating in the event. So right. I didn't want to bring a lot of onlookers, people who weren't part of it, to this event. I was originally supposed to go with an Italian guy who's here as an exchange student who's also gay, and it would have been our outing, but I thought that's a funny pun there. But anyway, I didn't think it was appropriate because they want everybody to sign up and be taken care of, and they don't want people taking pictures. So I didn't think it was a good event to take the PFLAG crowd to.
You see, that's exactly what I meant. There's a lot of different, as many gay people as there are, there's different ways to be gay. There's different experiences
Right.
growing up. And, just because it works for some, and it does, the Pride system started out of a riot that was at the Stonewall Inn, where the police were raiding, targeting gay people simply for being there,
Right.
when it was illegal to wear clothes not assigned to your gender, they would arrest drag queens, and so it started out as a riot, and then it continued as a way to say, look, we've been on the outskirts of society for this long. We've developed families that exist in spaces that a lot of people don't even know exist, that were at the time illegal. And being out on the street and turning shame into pride was what it's about. There, but that was a long time ago, and now there are people who have grown up since gay marriage has been legal, and since gay intimacy has been legalized since 2003, gay marriage since 2015. There's a different demographic now that comes to gay events that never experienced the AIDS crisis, the kind of the persecution that a lot of older gay people went through. And I know in San Francisco there's a big debate about to make it family friendly, which a lot of the young people are very interested in, bringing their grandparents, bringing their straight allies, versus the kind of establishment, the LGBTQ establishment here, that wants it to remain extremely radical and not family friendly and full of nudity and full of all kinds of stuff that made sense when it started, but as as it's grown and as gay people have become more accepted in society, there's a lot more gay people now who don't resonate with that experience, and they want their families who also don't resonate with that experience to feel welcome. And there's a lot of older gay people who survived the AIDS epidemic and don't want to, they see it as assimilation to change. And I didn't want to take a side, because I really do respect both perspectives. And so that's why I couldn't figure, how would I do it? I wouldn't know what to do. So I wanted to make it clear that everyone's welcome exactly as they are. Does that make sense?
I
Makes
think,
sense to
yeah,
you.
Good.
I think Sim Shalom is an example of people coming together no matter what or who we are. So I think we are that example. Sure, the service I went to Thursday, I think that was mainly because in Polk County there is a lot of controversy here and there, and that was a way to express, they could come and be safe in a safe place. But this is a safe place for everyone. And, it was something that I was able to learn, like I was saying, like last week or a couple weeks ago, I grew up, the term queer, I never used that term because when I was growing up, that was kind of a derogatory term. But I've since learned that they've kind of embraced it and turned it around. So
I love the term queer.
yeah, I don't know if I'd still use that term.
It's very
but
new that it's been
yeah,
reclaimed. That's
yeah.
within
There
the
are
last
some
10
people
years,
who
I'd say.
don't.
Yeah. But I think and I feel like people accept me for who I am, and I'm straight. I'm as straight as an arrow. I've been married for almost 40 years, but I accept people where they are, who and where they are. And I think it's a safe place for everyone. And I think we're an example of that.
Amen, Susan.
Yeah.
Context, what you're saying is context matters.
Yeah.
In rural Florida or in conservative parts of the South, in church settings, having a pride event is very meaningful and has a very big impact in that way. Sim Shalom, where a lot of the clergy are gay, where a lot of the congregants are on the LGBTQ spectrum, this is not, we don't have the same thing to react against in that way.
Yeah.
So it's quite different.
Yeah.
So, and also, Sue, what you said really stuck with me. I think it was at Torah study a couple weeks ago, how you entered into a space where there, you were told that we are gay and you're not, and it kind of had like a chip on their shoulder by these people.
Yeah.
And it struck me, there's a lot of times when we dehumanize other people by trying to express our individuality, in a way that comes across as a little bit, I'm better than you. And to me, it felt very strange that, a Native American Jewish woman is being made to feel like I'm rebelling against you. You're an indigenous person to this land, and I take it they weren't. So, there's a lot of complexity and there's a lot of nuance that gets lost in black or white discussions. And
well, I kind of, I feel that they probably have been met with a lot of
exactly
negative, and so they may have that little bit of knee-jerk. They're not quite sure how they're going to be accepted. So I normally didn't take it personally that they were, but I could understand where they were coming from. And I think, we've mellowed it out. They figured out I'm safe. I'm okay.
That's their journey. It reminds me of a time 10 years ago. My dad came with me and a friend of mine to a very big drag comedy show at the Castro Theater, which is a very famous theater in the middle of the gay district in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And my dad and his girlfriend came, and they were sitting apart from where me and my friend were. And they were having a great time. They felt very welcomed. And then he kissed his girlfriend on the cheek, and the gay couple next to them said, "How would you feel if we did that where, in your space?" Very much chip on your shoulder, very and this was someone who has a gay son, who is very welcoming, who is, coming to a drag show and who paid a ticket to be there. And and this of course was an older gay couple who came from the AIDS epidemic and really still feels very strongly in the need for non-assimilation and for gay only spaces. And I came at it from a very different place. I wanted to bring my family. So it's there's a lot of those little moments in life where we have to remember each other's humanity and how one person's does not negate another person's.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad we had this talk because
this was very nourishing, Rabbi Elias. I really appreciate it.
I was worried, Rabbi Sherry, that you would feel offended that I decided not to do.
No, I absolutely not. I mean, I feel a little guilty that I'm not going to this thing with Alberto, but I thought it's just not appropriate. No. I don't want to embarrass any Japanese people that are in the closet all the rest of the year. Or out anybody or do anything inappropriate, so it just didn't make sense.
I felt this when I lived in Israel, as many of you know, for 3 years, and I lived in Tel Aviv, one of the gayest places on earth. Very easy to be out and proud and be who you are. And I took a trip for a weekend to Istanbul, where it was not the case whatsoever. And I met a lot of people for whom their lives existing as openly gay people existed only when they left Turkey only. And I didn't feel comfortable trying to push the way I live and the level of my openness onto them in the same it wouldn't have been right for me to go to try to do that. So context matters, culture matters, where you are. Being a PFLAG parent going to a parade where people are afraid that they're going to be photographed and that their businesses will find out is totally right to be sensitive to that. So, anyways, did anyone else want to say something before we conclude? No? Okay. Marvin, are your kitties hungry?
Oh, they got food down.
They do? Okay, good. I wonder sometimes if they're waiting for you to finish this so that you can go. We have a lot of pets in this, Tony. We have a lot of pets in this Shalom congregation, and we treat them the same as everyone else. And we count dogs and cats for the minyan when we need to. It's easy because if Sue Bauer shows up, you have 15 kitties.
Yeah.
So Sue just has to show up, and then we got a minyan counting her cats.
Our kitties are here perusing somewhere. So.
Oh, yeah.
She'll meow.
And when Rabbi Steve asked me to start this, I had a bunch of ideas, including I want to have bar mitzvahs, where I thought that would be so much fun.
And they will read the Arf Torah for you.
The Arf Torah, you see, that kind of thing. When we get to the Noach section, I think that would be really fun. So
maybe Annie and I could be bat mitzvah together.
There you go. That would be
I love coaching adult b'nai mitzvah, so anytime, please. I've done that a lot actually, and it's just a beautiful experience. So if anybody wants to talk, let me know.
Wonderful.
Oh, that would be my absolute honor, Ellen Friedman. We will talk. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to thank everybody for the prayers of healing. It means so much to me. And my preoperative tests were all good.
Good. Yeah. Positive and negative are not the same in medical world. Yeah.
Oh, Sharon Jaffe adds that we should have meow mitzvahs for kitties.
That's meow mitzvahs, of course.
Meow mitzvahs and bark mitzvahs. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad that I tested the water today and that went over well. So coming soon to a synagogue near you.
Maybe we need to do like bar mitzvah or something a little more.
Yeah, well, the terminology. We have to come up with
let's work on it.
Yeah.
I can hear Rabbi Steve now. Oh no, what do they do now? What? I better get over there. I know what these kids are doing.
If you just look at the cast for Friday nights, you know that he's created monsters. So.
Oh yeah.
He has very, very vocal dogs too, who love to participate in the service. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm going to end the service now. I hope to see you all tomorrow night for Rabbi Shush or Rabbi Ruthie. I'm not sure who. One of them will be doing the service tomorrow night, and then Friday night it's going to be Rabbi Sherry, Rabbi Shush, and me and Rabbi Blaine. I hope to see you all there.
All righty.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good
night.
Be well.
Wow.
Good night, Rudolph. Good night, Al. Good night, Dana and Sue and Joanne and Toby. And Marvin. Marvin, you're awake. This is a successful service. Good night, everybody.
Good night.